Ring light or a Glamcor? Which one do you need? What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel if you didn't know. So today's video is gonna be a little bit different in terms of what this video is about. I am doing a full-on comparison between the Glamcor lights and our ring light, a newer ring light. So I just wanna let you guys know, FYI, just putting it out there that I literally bought this light to do this video. This video was literally done because I had to go spend all this money on this light to give it to you guys. So be appreciative, please, okay? So the reason why I wanted to do this video too is I've gotten a lot of messages on whether or not it is a necessity to get a Glamcor ring light. Of course, we see it kind of everywhere. If you're in the industry, you've definitely heard of Glamcor or you've seen the light that looks just like this or even some knockoffs. And I am here to let you guys know whether or not it is a necessity or if it is worth it for you to actually add into your service. Starting off right off the bat, I am here to tell you that this is not a cheap light. It was definitely expensive and be aware. So that being said, this over here is definitely on the cheaper side. It is more affordable. But with that being said too, this is definitely more so meant for studio lighting. That is the original use of a ring light. It is definitely more of a media studio type lighting style. They came out with the Glamcor light, of course, because it is a beauty light. It's meant for the beauty industry, whether that's makeup, brows, lashes. It is meant to assist us in our services, as opposed to this is definitely more for like selfies, pictures, media, anything like that, which is why it's so large. That being said, again, the fact that it's so large does make it a little bit harder to travel. So if you are a mobile lash artist, this may be something that is more up your alley just because it is more on the sleek side. It's foldable. It's definitely easier to maneuver and walk around with, as opposed to the ring lights. You definitely have to take this top off and then fold up the bottom. And honestly, it's a bit heavy. I've moved it around a good few times and it is a little bit on the heavier side and not the easiest to move around. So if you are a stationary lash tech, maybe this makes more sense, but it totally depends on your situation. Just here to give you guys facts. Okay, so when we're getting into the look and the stand of it, generally it is the same shape. It is a like tripod shape. It has 3 feet at the bottom to kind of give it a sturdy base. But the Glamcor, they did a really good job in terms of the material and the overall quality of the stand and the look of it. It definitely is a little bit more appealing. It definitely is a little bit more sturdy. It feels good. To be honest, it just feels like a very great quality light, as it should based on the price. But then when we look at our ring light, it's definitely not bad. That's not to say that it's crappy quality or doesn't have the sturdiness to it, but it is a little bit cheaper made, a little bit more mass produced, and of course the price reflects that. So it's definitely pros and cons, but it always comes down to the price and what you get for the price. So this definitely is a little less on the sturdy side in terms of maneuvering it around a lot, as opposed to this. It's definitely meant to move around a lot because it comes with these little flaps here, like the lights look like little flaps, but they are meant to move back and forth, right? They're meant to kind of adjust based on what you need and your needs as a artist in any shape or form. But a really cool thing about this guy is that it has a little stand right here for you to put your phone. So when it comes down to being in the beauty service, of course, we know that a lot of our photos, our portfolio, everything is made by us, from us. So it is really cool that it does give you this stand to put your phone in, where you're able to create your own content and record your own services. Especially with lashes, I know how great it is where you can actually record a service being done from like the top view. People love to see that, and it's definitely something really cool that you can add to your portfolio. But the Glamcor light does make it super easy to do that. Okay, so like I said, obviously these have like the movable lights to it, but that doesn't mean your ring light can't do that. The ring light definitely is able to be flexible. If you just turn the knob, it can kind of go down, go up. It has a rotation to it. The only thing is that when you're using a Glamcor, and obviously these things are well thought of because we in the beauty industry sometimes need to change the lighting really quickly. This is definitely easier in terms of doing it fast because you can just adjust it while you're sitting down. But with the ring light, you would technically have to stand up, loosen the knob, and then kind of move it up and down, which isn't that big of a deal. But if you're looking in terms of convenience and timing wise, then yes, the Glamcor does make it easier for you to adjust your lighting, adjust your, if you have your phone in here, adjust anything like that. It is definitely faster and easier in that sense, but definitely don't knock the ring light. And then of course, yes, the Glamcor does have this, but again, your trusty dusty ring light does allow you to buy the, what is that, an adapter? You can get the adapter and kind of just slide it right in, and you'd be able to put your phone on it as well. So it does make it still easy to use. It's just not as easy to use as the Glamcor does. It's kind of just all set up there for you, as opposed to the ring light. You just need to like take the extra step. Okay, so now getting into the actual light of it. So a ring light has literally one little switch on it, and it is a fully dimmable switch. So you can go from very, very low to very, very high very quickly and very easily without having to worry. So you literally just turn your knob on and it'll go all the way up, and then you can obviously dim it down to as low as you want to make sure that your client's eyes don't hurt. Like I said, it is a studio light, so it does go very, very bright, which can sometimes be a little bit harsh for your client. But again, it's not made technically for a client. So then when you go over to the Glamcor light, the Glamcor light has one touch to kind of turn on. And once it's on, you have some options on the side here where you're able to turn it all the way up, and you can kind of just keep touching it until it goes all the way. So it does allow this, I would say like very similar in terms of how bright the light gets. But if you look at the Glamcor light, it's not as harsh as the ring light. And therefore it does allow you to go really, really bright without actually hurting your client's eyes. The other cool thing about the Glamcor is it does allow you to very quickly switch from a warm light to a cool light. So it has a setting on the side, so it's getting really, really cool. And then you can go really, really warm as well. So then that way you kind of can go back and forth without having to, again, get up or adjust anything. But you can also do that with the ring light as well. The only thing is that these little plates on here, you would have to take them off and switch them to the warm plates. These ones are white, so that gives off like the white light. And then if you switch it to the yellow or like orange, it gives off the warm light. Okay, in terms of like coverage and what kind of gives you the better lighting experience, whether you can see better or not, to be honest, they both kind of give off the same amount, especially because this is the 18-inch. It does cover the same surface area, I feel, even with this, just because this is definitely adjustable. It can kind of go as wide or as narrow as you want, but the wider you go, like obviously the light itself is going to spread out more. So it's really cool that you can adjust in terms of even like which way you want the light to face. But I think generally that it gives off the same amount of light and the same amount of surface area. Okay, so then now, which one would I personally pick, and which one do I suggest or feel that you would necessarily need? To be honest, I will be returning this just because it is super expensive. And honestly, for me, I've been doing lashes for like 6-7 years, and my ring light has gotten me through, and I'm totally fine with it. I don't necessarily feel the need to go out and get a Glamcor. It's not a necessity for me. I definitely am confident and comfortable with my ring light. To be honest, if I was in maybe like a salon environment where there was different lash artists or different salon services being done, then maybe a Glamcor would be better, just because it's definitely more appealing to the eye. You can store it better. Even like as a mobile lash artist, it's definitely better in terms of being able to move around, because it does have a little more flexibility when it comes to kind of taking it apart and putting it together. But generally, if I'm just lashing from home, if I'm lashing in a studio, like a suite, I think that the ring light is totally fine. So I totally pick my ring light all day, every day. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope that it was helpful. I hope that this kind of helps you navigate between the Glamcor and the ring light and kind of pick what's best for you. Just because I picked the ring light doesn't mean that the Glamcor is a bad light, or that you don't necessarily need it for your experience. It's just more so my opinion and what works for me. I thought I would share my thoughts on it and what I thought of both of them compared to kind of using them together. I definitely did like a little trial run trying to see which one would work better in terms of if this would be a better option versus the ring light. But I found that it's very, very similar. So I really like the ring light, but I hope that you guys like this video. I hope that this is something that you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something next time. Bye.